Okay, so the way vegetarians see or argue to not eat meat is because they say the human body or the human stomach is not prepared with the enzymes needed or the availability to digest most of the meats, proteins. Okay, so the debate goes on, and some of the facts that come up with this is with emotional facts or scientific facts. In the case of the scientific facts, we can see like some parts of the cultural or geographical reasons why people eat meat. Like let's say an example could be like in a sea-type area where the people normally eat seafood, and most of them eat like fish and stuff like that, and other parts some eat fruits, or depending on the available food on the region. We see for facts like why people should eat meat and everything else, because it can develop like the main structure and some of the main structure of the brain of the human. Some of these proteins are needed to increase our brain capacity, and in some cases like for the ethical reasons and stuff like that. Let's say a tiger or a lion will hunt other animals, and that wouldn't be moral, but ethics and let's say sometimes religion comes into effect to make people not eat.
Okay, like one strong argument that vegetarians make is like we humans treat really bad animals. The way we kill them, the way we treat them during the process to get the meat, it's really awful. It's horrific. So are we encouraged these ways, like to treat animals? Another valid argument that vegetarians make is that diets based on meat are not healthy. It can cause colon cancer and other diseases. But this is not a valid argument because it's being assumed that meat eaters just eat meat, not like other nutrients like salads and or all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, there are reports that vegetarian diet lower the risk of obesity, heart diseases, and increase life expectancy, but it doesn't seem to be supported by conclusive evidence.
The truth lies in between. It's not true that only vegetarians can have a healthy colon. It all depends on the kind of diet you're having. So, the scientists agree that yeah, it's true. It's a lower percentage of people vegetarian and gets a colon issue, but it's the only relevant fact of not eating meat. So the persons who eat meat uh, are frequently, based on the diet, more capable of getting these kind of issues in the colon. But this all depends in the healthy habits you got, like exercise or the sleeping hours you get and stuff like that. So there's like we can make a comparison in between the two vegetarians and non-vegetarians that some benefits comes from eating meat and some benefits come from being vegetarian, but you can be able to handle both, not eating a lot of meat and just completely erase it from your diet, so you can be healthy by getting a good diet in between those options.
On the other hand, protein intake in vegetarians might be lower than the protein that meat eaters take. And the vegetarians have to supplement that protein because the vegetarian products have a higher level of fat but not cholesterol, as the one is loaded in the animal products that the meat eaters take. These animal products not only contain the protein and the nutrition, it also contains besides the cholesterol, it contains the toxic elements like hormones or steroids that the animals had before being processed. Other fact is that the boric acid is widely spread on fish to preserve them before being cooked, and besides the fish, it includes crustaceans and another prows to preserve them. And some of the meat eaters said that this prey was also taken in plants and vegetables, but the vegetables don't release the same hormones that and toxins that these fish release.
It's very important to clear out that there are some bodies that are made for eating meat and there are some others that are not. The human bodies, specifically, they are not meant to eat meat because of some characteristics of this body. Like the teeth, the humans did not have like the sharp teeth form made to make it easy for us to eat the meat, like some animals that are made for that. The humans have some parts of the body that are not made to make the digestion of the meat easy for us, so this is another characteristic that made it hard for us to eat the meat. Some animals that are carnivorous, they have their body parts like intestines and kidneys made for that and to make this process of indigestion more easy. Okay, now to conclude this topic of vegetarianism, we have to say that there are the main causes for eating or not eating meat is personal choice, basically. As we said before, there are some religions that prohibit for their believers to not eat meat of any animals. But there are some religions, as the Hinduism, where eating or not meat, it's think of their own beliefs of the person. So in Hinduism, basically the persons who want to eat meat may guide themselves by some time specific of the year and some animals that can be eaten. But the Buddhists can't eat meat at all.